Okay, do we have audio now, hopefully? Hopefully you can hear me at least, and then once I go back in game, there should be game audio. Okay, so you responded good. Alright, so let's go back over to the game. And we should have sound. Awesome. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. Apparently I forgot to change the settings to have all my audio on. Thank you. So how's it going, Blades? Now that you can actually hear me. Yes, sound is very good. Yep, so I'm doing Castlevania Symphony of the Night. This is a item randomizer run where all the items and relics have been randomized. I'm doing good. Wanted to at least get one stream in of Castlevania before I stream the new game I want to. Comes out Tuesday, which is Bloodstained Ritual by Night. So I'll be streaming that Tuesday night once it comes out, once I get home from work. That's what I've been looking forward to. So in preparation, wanted to stream this, which is a very similar style of game. Plus it had been a while since I streamed, so I figured I'd do something else first before jumping into a brand new game. It's one of my favorite games, so happy I found a randomizer version of it. Makes it interesting. Yeah, I had to work today, but felt like doing some gaming tonight and haven't streamed in a while. I keep saying that I was going to stream, so finally got to it. I don't want to break that because I can't actually grab it. A pork bun. So much randomized items. Alright, can't go after Succubus yet. I don't have a way to get to her. There we go. So have you actually played this game yourself, Blades? Another moon rod. That's 3 of those. Oh, I did not mean to fall that far down. All these candles I could be breaking, but they're useless right now. Haha. Ah, ouch. Well, depending on the Castlevania, this one to me is not that hard because you actually get experience and level up in it. So even if you're not good at like dodging and stuff like that, you can keep leveling up and getting stronger. And as you just saw there, I got a life max up to get more health. I'm currently playing on luck mode, which gave me really low starting stats but really high luck, so I get better chances of getting rare drops, which definitely help doing a randomizer so I can hopefully get some good item drops. But it's pretty fun, easy game once you get used to it. Yeah, if you go back to the old Castlevanias, like 1, 2, 3, like any of the old school ones where they don't have a level system to them, that can be very hard. Especially with, you know, not being able to level up, so you just have your set life, and some of them there's no way to get your life back except for getting to the next stage or whatnot. 2 was a bit easier, but still hard. It had a slight level system to it, but still very hard, especially when you got hit by enemies and got knocked back and water would instantly kill you. This creepy ferryman. It's funny how I'm actually doing the second route first, because the randomizer just dropped here with the merman statue already. So normally this would be the second time he'd ferry you somewhere. You'd actually go the other route first to go get the merman statue, then come back this way. I've played this game so much that I know all the relic locations, all the item locations, all the secret rooms, how to unlock them. I know a lot of the rare drops for a lot of enemies, but with the randomizer, they're all randomized to know where they're actually going to be or what items are dropped now, but at least knowing all those spots where I can find items at is very useful. Form of Mist. Alright, I can get pretty much anywhere now. That's good. Only thing I technically kind of still need is the bat form so I can get through the cave with all the spikes in it. Yeah, it is a randomizer. There's a website that you can utilize with your Castlevania ROM and be able to get everything randomized. There's a if you do a Google search for it, it's not very hard to find. I can always throw a link up in the Discord to find it. It's really cool. This is not good. Uh-oh, can I get out? I can get out. Okay. Yeah, do not have the item to walk in water safely yet. Should have been a little bit more careful jumping out of the boat. Which, yeah, I've been looking into randomizers more. I've seen quite a few of my friends do randomizers and stuff. Mostly, I've seen a lot of Zelda and Metroid ones, or the Super Metroid at least. And then I started watching more people do randomizers on YouTube, and then saw people did a new one, which was actually a Zelda Link to the Past one, but it was also Super Metroid. It was a combo randomizer where you actually played both games, and you could be finding stuff for Zelda while you're playing Super Metroid and vice versa. It was really cool. It took me a while to figure out where to get that, but that was really neat. And I'd like to stream that sometime too. That's really fun. So you're actually doing two games in one, so your goal is to beat both Ganon and Mother Brain, so that's really cool. And then eventually I found out that they did a Castlevania Symphony of the Night randomizer, which is my favorite game. So once I got that, definitely a happy person. So I thought it was fitting to do this one since the other one's coming out soon. Well, technically it's not Castlevania coming out, but it's very similar. Very fitting to kill her with the Thunderbrand special ability. I love that move. Love the lightning effect. Yeah, when I found out about the combo randomizer of Super Metroid and Zelda Link to the Past, so much fun. Yeah, I gotta get a hold of a couple of my randomizer friends and see if they've heard of that one yet, and see if they want to give that one a try. It's so much fun. But like so many of the item spots, because Zelda has a lot more items in it than what Super Metroid does, so a lot of times, no matter which game you're playing, you're usually finding Zelda items, mostly rupees and arrows and bombs a lot. So you'd be just going to all these cool locations, maybe take out a boss, and then you just get like a single rupee or like 5 rupees, and you're like, really, I did all that for 5 rupees? It is hilarious. And it's like, even in here, I've had some randomizers that I've tried, and I take out one of like the harder bosses, and then at the end, oh, you find a potion. Just a regular plain potion. It's like, really? I had to kill you for a potion? Yeah, it's actually funny. I already found one of the rare weapons in this game that is extremely overpowered. It's the Crystal Gem, and I can literally murder anything simply by using it. It's a weapon that slashes like, I think it's like 5 times in a row right now, and you can keep hitting the button over and over again. I can show it off real quick. Let's see, the Crystal Gem. So this is just going to be one button press, and it slashes multiple times, and I can keep hitting it, and I can do this while running too, which is really overpowered. Which I kind of want to take my time and not murder everything to death, so that's why I'm not using it. Let's see, do I have any mana prisms to get my MP back? No, I've not gotten one yet. Darn. Okay. Oh yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff in randomizers. Yup. Yeah, it's like where you're supposed to find weapons, you can just find like just random healing items or money. Oh, it's crazy. I just need to wait for my MP to charge back up so I can make it up to the next spot. I don't think half's enough. I think I gotta wait for it to fill up. Yeah, I'm not as good at Ocarina of Time. I'm better with the old Link to the Past. So that's why I like that randomizer a lot. And I actually found another combo randomizer. They did a Metroid 1 and Zelda 1 combo where you go back and forth on that. But I don't know Zelda 1 very much to know all the secret item locations in that. Once I play that more, I'd probably like to stream and do that one as well. That one's really neat too. Alright, hopefully that's enough MP to make it. The only downside of not having bat form right now, using mist form just eats up your MP like no tomorrow. Please make it. Yes. Okay. Once I gain some more levels, it won't be as bad. Yeah, actually, found a site that actually lists a lot of randomizers that have been made out there, and there's a pretty good list out there. It's becoming a more popular thing to make randomizers. Certain games it works for, certain ones doesn't. A lot of neat stuff out there. That and just finding like they also do, besides randomizers, there's ROM hacks out there which people just take things and change how it is in the game, like sprites and different things. And I've seen some completely overhaul, change story, and a lot of different things in it. Which I was actually streaming a while back. Somebody did a ROM hack of one of the old Nintendo Final Fantasies. I think it was either 2 or 3 of the Japanese versions, how that system worked, but they remade it as like Final Fantasy VII, like that story and stuff. Really cool. I need to go back and work on that stream some more. Go back to that eventually.
Mother! That voice! Alucard, it's you! I'm coming, Mother! I'll save you! No, Alucard! Don't come here! But Mother! It's all right.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of the Mario 64 ones.
Gladly surrender my life. Mother, no! Please, no! Yes, Alucard. Watch me die, and remember always my last words to you. Yes, Mother. You must.
I'm surprised how he gets so calm at that point. Listen to my last words. Yes, Mother.
What? Better for them to die than to let them compound their sins. Begin by slaying that one over there. No, it wasn't like this. What's wrong, Alucard? My mother never said such a thing. What do you mean? Kill them and bring them happiness. No, you're not my mother. What kind of demon are you?
Good old succubus.
You broke free of my spell. I like that.
Demon, death is too good for you.
Come here, little boy, and show me what you got.
Oh, I don't have sub-weapons. This might take a couple minutes. So I'm only using the Thunderbrand on her. Or not. I didn't think I was that strong yet. Oops.
You're a vampire? Could it be?
That strength,
Oh, that's right. I did get one of the good rings of the game, so yeah, I guess I'm a bit OP, even without the OP sword.
Wait, I beg of you.
I mean, if the game gives me a knife, I'll switch to that and just go stab everything. But yeah, there goes a boss really quick. Yeah, one of the ring drops I already got is the Ring of Varda. It literally increases all your stats. Like, see, if I take it off, all my stats drop. It is so good. I love that ring. I'd like to get a second one and really get my stats up, but yeah, got some okay-ish armor. I still haven't found a cloak yet. I got a circlet, which heals me for holy damage, which will be really helpful later. And I'm just using the little Thunderbrand. It's not a really strong sword, but it works. And Fire Shield. I was running around with a katana earlier. It's two-handed. It's stronger, but I like having a shield and play around, like the Thunderbrand. But yeah, I could be using this and just murdering everything, but I don't want to be that mean yet. I might use it in the underground catacombs for one of the bosses and take it out really quick just to show how OP it is, but since I don't have my other OP method of killing it, even though I'm already overpowered. But you mentioned you saw a Mario 64 ROM hack. What kind was it? The one that I saw, it was pretty neat. They actually took Mario and had him running around in Hyrule from Ocarina of Time, which is really cool. So it was like playing Mario but inside of Zelda. It was great. Like you were finding a bunch of stars running around inside of Hyrule. Oh, this is so funny. Yep, backed up the water. Just gonna fill it up, and yep, it's holy water. Bye bye. Sad that you only get to watch that once, though. Ooh, the Masamune. That is the better katana, but don't need it. I'm strong enough already. Come here, frog. Hey! Bad frog. Nope. Bad toad. Stop it. Oh, where they really did the whole world and changed it completely, huh? That sounds cool. There we go. Even though water hurts me, I can go through that pretty quick and get that item. Alright, jump over here. Push this switch. Break that. Take him out. Alright, let's clear this area out down here. Gonna head off and watch stuff. Alright. Take care, man. Thanks for stopping by, and thank you for letting me know my sound wasn't on. That's probably why I didn't have anybody sticking around. Had a couple people jump in earlier, so yeah, I didn't realize my sound wasn't on. So thanks for that. Catch you later, man. Oops. Jumped too far. There we go. Go ahead, grab this, and unlock that. Actually, I could go grab the item up there where I'm at it, and then make my way back down. Might be a better idea. Might get us some more powers. Let's see, I have wolf, I don't have bat, so can't unlock that secret room yet. Ha 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 ha. Perfect. Oh! Did not time that right. Haha, don't have to deal with you guys. Let's see what we got in here. Oh, I can't even grab this item. I can't jump high enough. Oh, wait, I got missed one. That's right. Duh. That's how I got up here in the first place. You know, I should take them out just in case they give me a good drop. Don't really need a shield. We'll go back and forth. OP sword and normal. Nothing lives. Randomizer shenanigans. I love how you can just use this sword while running. You can literally just run and murder everything. That takes care of that. Let's go grab our relic. Ooh, Eye of Vlad. Alright, we got 1 of 5 Dracula relics. Alright, let's go this way, reveal this map. Alright, good. Yep, and with randomizers, that is the goal. Get all 5 Dracula relics to get to his room. But in order to get to the correct castle to get to him, you're going to need the silver and gold rings in order to get into the clock tower, in order to get holy glasses so you can actually fight Richter and get to the second castle by defeating the shaft orb. So in order to do that without knowing the route very good, because you do have to get through the spike cave that is dark, so you need to have bat form plus echo the bat, unless you know the trick to get through there without it. Technically, to get through that room, you're still going to need either the bat form or mist form anyway. With the bat form, you can get through there without actually being able or needing to see technically. Watch the video where somebody literally just did wing smash through there. You gotta do it from a certain spot, and you gotta perform it like 2 or 3 times. But it gets you through there without getting yourself killed. Pretty cool. I'm not that great at doing the wing smash perfectly like that, especially in a row. So that would be a very dangerous thing for me to attempt. So I always make sure to go through there properly. Because once you get through the spike room, it gets you the spike breaker armor to go get the silver ring, which is what I'm working on now. Which technically I don't even have bat form yet. I do have Echo the Bat. Worst to worst, if I don't get a hold of it going this route, because there is a relic going down this way, I'll hit the teleporter and then go back and hit the other relic locations. Gladius. Don't need no Gladius. I got the Thunder Brand. That's right. So it would be nice to have bat form so I'm not killing all my MP trying to do this. Ooh, life max up. Take that. Could have swore I grabbed all the items on the way down. So technically there's another item on the other side of the waterfall, but I don't have bat form to wing smash through the waterfall to get it yet. Who knows, might not even be worth it. You know what? I'm not gonna bend down to these frogs. Nope. They can bow to me. Alright, now to open up the catacombs. Which, if you're doing this on normal and you have a familiar by now, Make sure you put them away for this so they do not kill that skeletal ape. You do not want to kill him until you bring him far enough over here and he throws the barrel to break this bridge. So right about here is fine, as long as it makes it to the bridge, breaks. That's how you get down here. Very simple. And then you can always turn on your familiar again. Normally what I do is I just switch to fairy once I get in that area until I get that part done. That way, whatever I kill just gives fairy experience. She can't do anything to harm enemies, at least. Come on, I jumped. Can I not jump today? Here we go. There we go. The creepy music. Alright, Cerberus. Bad dog. This boss is so easy. Another one where you can just kneel down and keep attacking as long as you're close enough. By the way, the fireballs are stronger than the other creatures you fought up this far, so therefore using a shield to block them is not going to work. I'm not going to do a bunch of jumping attacks to take these girls out. I'm just going to do that. Get rid of all this fire. Thank you. Gremlins are giving me resist fires. That's great. Spirit orb. So, yep, we need to go find bat form. Yep. Alright, so we will head back towards the beginning area. Or actually, we'll be heading towards here anyway. We can go grab the one up top. Oh, now I can actually see how much damage I'm doing. I'm so used to on randomizer runs not getting the spirit orb till like second castle, so I'm never knowing how much damage I'm doing most of the time. So 72 just from a Thunderbrand. That's actually pretty nice. Well, with the ring, that definitely helps out. Did I pick up another accessory that's helpful? Nope, still no cloak. Got holy mail, which don't need because I have the gold circlet, so holy damage don't do jack to me anyway. Is it stronger armor than diamond plate though? Nope. Yep, diamond plate's my friend right now. Alright. Surprised I've gone this long without finding a cloak. My capes. 4 capes. Of course, we're going to save up the 30,000 in order to get the Twilight Cloak. No point in buying the other lower ones. Twirly at 2,000. Yeah, without the Cubizo. Aha! Speak of the Cubizo. We can now grab candles. That's definitely helpful. Now we can start earning little bits of money more so. Is there a candle up here too? Which even all the candles are randomized. I mean, most are still going to be hearts. But like you saw there, that one is randomized to $400. Ooh, we finally got a sub-weapon. We have X's. So if I really wanted to be cheap about it, I could keep going to that candle and getting 400 bucks. Alright, we do have mist form. Yeah, while we're here, let's go hit library and grab all those relics. So we're still looking for bat form. Plus, there's always the spots where normally you would get uncursed potions. Well, those items are randomized as well. So we can get some free items that way. I don't know if they're always like use items. All the randomizer seeds I've gotten have been one-time use items. Like, see, I got the hammer there. So they all should be the same as hammers. Whatever item it is, it's usually the same in all of them. Oh, that was $250. I think it's this one that should drop the hammer. Yeah. Yeah, there's 2 of the candles that are always the same in here. And ashes, do not need ashes. I'd rather have the axe. Axe is pretty much my favorite sub-weapon. That and the stopwatch. The stopwatch I only utilize to get in the room inside the clock tower. If I'm feeling cruel, I'll use that against the first doppelganger fight, but other than that, that's the only times I use the stopwatch. So I use that twice, once for regular castle, once for inverted. And then, like I said, if I feel evil, taking out the doppelganger first form with it. Otherwise, I usually try and stick to the axe. Very useful. That and opening up rooms that are above, which there's a few areas that you can do that with. Alright, next relic. Power of Wolf. Alright, still looking for skill of Wolf, then we can do our running combo. We do have a few rings, so on the way out we will stop by Librarian and see if we can't sell a bunch and maybe get enough for Twilight Cloak. Be nice. Save just in case I'm too powerful and take out the boss before triggering Mudman. Which, yeah, a lot of people, if they play this too quickly and aren't too familiar with all the enemies in the game, there is one enemy in the game you only have one chance to fight it, which is Mudman, which is in the library here when you fight the boss that's hidden back this way. I will show him off. It's the only way, or only time you get the chance to actually find him and kill him. Joseph's Cloak. Yes, second best cloak in the game, which we can actually pick what the colors of the cloak are. So we're going to do black and green. You know what? We're going to change the window color too. All black. Perfect. So I can make this cloak the inner any color and then the outer part any color I want. Green's my favorite color, so go with that inner color. Yeah. Definitely a nice cloak. Fancy cloak that gives you an extra system menu option, as you saw. Which, yeah, all the system options, you start off with button settings, window color, and sound. Then you get this one unlocked. This is another one you get unlocked, also with a cloak, actually. It's a reverse cloak. And you can actually just pick which side it's facing. Which, it's like blue and then like a faded blue, I think. And then once you beat the game, you unlock time attack. Just lists when you killed all your bosses and did different things, so that's how that gets unlocked. And as you do each spell, it unlocks here, tells you how to perform them after you unlock it or buy the scroll. And eventually we'll get familiars, but don't have any yet. That's right, I could be breaking all these candles. Need all the monies. Really want to find one that has $1,000 in it, or 2,000 would be really nice. Yep, and these flea armors, not only do you have to kill them, but then you kill the flea men that come out of them. Alright, so now we're coming up to the lesser demon. So he is in here. So it's good to attack him once and wait. He will start doing this, which will summon an enemy. So that was a skeleton. But he will summon multiple different enemies. Ectoplasms, which are enemies you've already seen. And this is Mudman. Only chance you get to find him is with him. You do meet Lesser Demon again later in game, but at that point, he only summons more of himself. So make sure you kill at least one Mudman for the bestiary if you want to have all enemies listed in there. Because if you don't kill them now, is your only chance to be able to kill them to have that unlocked. So, if you did not know about that enemy, that's where you find him. I don't know what number he is. When you go back to the librarian, I'll show him off. But that is the only enemy you definitely have to be careful of that you could miss in your playthrough if you don't know about it. Tooth of Lads. That should be, what, 3 Dracula items now? Yep. Got the eye, the tooth, and the heart. So I don't have to worry about being cursed anymore because of the Heart of Lad. Very awesome. So I don't have to worry about holy damage right now or being cursed. I am pretty well set. I got the Joseph's Cloak, so technically I don't really have to get the Twilight Cloak because this is pretty darn good itself. Pretty well set. Only armor piece I'd really like to find is the circlet for lightning damage. It's the barrel circlet. So that'll just make it really easy to take out Galamoth if I have to. So I'm just gonna do a run to go kill Dracula. Eventually I'll do another randomizer run another time and show off all bosses and probably full map clear and stuff, but just wanted to do a good stream. Like I said before, we're gonna do Bloodstain Ritual by Night when it comes out. It'll be Tuesday. I do have to work, so it'll be later in the day, and plus take time for it to download and install, of course. So I'll install hopefully while I'm at work. I'll start that up before I leave in the morning, so it'll be all good to go.
I'm interested in
Alright, sell those. So we're only at 6,800. I don't think there was anything else worth it that I wanted to buy. Yeah, the circlet is gold, and they just have steel and dragon helm, so those I'm not worried about. Yeah, Royal Cloak would be probably like the 3rd best cloak in the game, I would say, so that's not bad for 3,000. Those aren't too bad. Lapis Lazuli, that would be decent right now. Not like I really have to have the Twilight Cloak. It's only giving me 1 extra defense and 1 extra constitution. It does look cool, but it's not necessary. I think I actually might want the extra luck for drops, so I will go ahead and get that. That just so it disappears. Alright. So I don't really care about the Heart Brooch. I don't use sub-weapons a whole lot for that to be all that useful. But having the extra luck to get rare drops, definitely helpful right now. Oh yeah, I was going to show off the Mudman, what number he was.
What can I do for you? I'm interested in this.
Let's see. Mudman. So, if you're playing the normal versions, he should be number 61. He might be the same number in all of them, because there are a couple different versions for the enemy lists. General PlayStation version, which is what this is, he's going to be number 61. Then you have the Sega Saturn version, which will have more enemies in it. It actually has the most enemy list in it. It's the biggest list, and I will do a stream of that eventually, showing a case of that, but it is in Japanese, so we won't be able to really read the entries, but you'll be able to see all the pictures and stuff and show off all the enemies and areas. So it does have more areas and enemies than what the normal version does. Then they also did the version that you can play. I'm not sure if it's also available on Xbox Live or not, but the PSP version had the somewhat extended, it had some of the stuff from what Sega Saturn had, but not all of it. So there'll be an extra enemy in the enemy list for the PSP version and a couple extra relics, but the Sega Saturn has the most of everything. So eventually we'll do a stream of the other versions and stuff. I did do a stream of the PSP version a while back, which should be up on my YouTube and everything, which if you check out my Twitch information, it should have my link for my Discord, which will have links for my YouTube page and stuff like that. If you want to check out my old videos and stuff like that, feel free. I might end up doing those over again, better format and stuff like that eventually. So anybody has requests, feel free to message me on that. Anyway, so that is Mudman. The only time you can encounter him is through the lesser demon that we killed, so that's how you get a hold of him. All the other enemies you can find throughout at least one of the castles. That is the only one that is very particular that you have to get at that point in time. Alright, now we are after Form of Bat. That's what we're still searching for. And we still technically need 2 more Dracula items. If we're really lucky, we'll find them in this castle, and then we can just make a straight beeline for Dracula. Just want to get back out of here, but grab an experience on the way out. Ooh, do not want that. Ashes, one of the most useless weapons. I don't know, it might be a little bit better than dagger, I guess, the knife. The knife. I don't really see much of a use for that ever. Except for like the leveling tricks some people use for the, I want to say it's the Mirasama weapon. Wait a minute, I want to go up to the teleporter, get back to the beginning. So I want to check first boss area relic. Actually there's 2 relics over there. We'll be checking those, then we'll go back and open up Clock Tower into Orlok's quarters after that. Which hopefully we can find a stopwatch along the way. Actually, that'd be good if we can find one of those. Oh, while we're here, actually there's 2 relics we can grab up here. Do that. Oh, this is still really killing MP. Please make it up to the save room. Got it. Yeah, we really need Form of Bat. Turquoise. Nope, don't have double jump. So used to double jumping that. Some old habits are hard to kick. Tart, Night Shield, Attack Potion, Aquamarine, Dracula Relic, Rib of Vlad. We are looking for one more. Oops. Really? I don't have enough height to jump that high? That's sad. Alright. Fall down here. You know what? We'll go ahead and go up here. Maybe we can find an item to help us with their MP. Dynamites, steel helm, bad armor. It's literally like the first, possibly second armor you find in the game. That's the one you can possibly find first. It's the cloth tunic. That's a drop from the zombies, and you find the hide one. It's guaranteed from a certain spot. Alright, so if you're not wanting to go after Richter right away, that's as far as you pretty much can go. is right here before triggering the event. So if you want, you can grab this item here when you're doing randomizer runs. So if you're trying to find like a decent weapon or armor or accessory, feel free to check that. It's safe enough to go there without going too far if you're trying to make it to Dracula for the better endings, for completion's sake. Oh boy. Please make it. Yes! Leap stone! I could double jump! Perfect. I approve. Power of Sire. Awesome. Ah! I can double jump now! Perfect. Well, didn't mean to use the X, but that works. Things keep coming out of nowhere. Now you see why it's so annoying to go up there. If you were in the bat, you would have been hit by those two fleamen that kept circling me as a mist. And I almost ran out of magic, so I almost got knocked around anyway. Alright, now we can go back to the beginning. Get the other two relics there. Hopefully we'll find Bat and Demon. But we'll see. I guess we can grab another 2 quick item locations. Crystal Cloak. Interesting looking cloak, but we have Joseph's Cloak, so not needed. Heart max up. Oh yeah, I should be hitting all these. I need to find a stopwatch. It's technically I got good enough weapons. I can break roof with how I am now. Just need to find a stopwatch to open up the clock tower. Yeah, depending on if anybody looks into doing this randomizer, how they have the randomizer set up, there's different ways you can set up the randomizer. There is an option that they created, it's called Turkey Mode, where if you activate that, the rooms where you can normally find all the sub-weapons in, they change those into random turkeys. Therefore, you cannot get those sub-weapons. It's pretty funny, and I'll actually show that off because that's where one of the relic locations is nearby this. So instead of these sub-weapons, these are all turkeys. Literally break them open. They don't do anything when you grab them either. They do not count as items for your inventory either. See, no turkeys. I haven't even picked up a turkey once anyway. Well, I have picked up one, but see, I picked up multiple and there's still just one. So it does not actually add to your inventory or heal you. Thought it would have been funny at least if it would have healed you or something, but they did not do that part. Alright, holy symbol. Not necessarily, but take it. When I first saw the turkeys, I laughed so hard. It's great. Because, I mean, I saw the option on there and it's preset to be on. But I didn't know what it actually meant because I didn't really look into it a lot and I hadn't watched like a person do a full speed run of a randomizer to know what it did. Because I knew the game well enough. As soon as I found out about the randomizers, I went to go get it myself. And ran into it myself. And, oh, it was great. And I'll definitely show that off. And do a good reaction for that when I show that off for the next stream. Definitely want to point that out. Definitely a fun thing. But yes, Dracula cooking turkeys. That's why we're out to stop him. Evil plot of making turkeys. Yeah, accidentally fell down because I was trying to turn into a bat, so that's normally how I come up here all the time, and well, don't have bat form, so totally messed that up. And we got gravity boots, so still do not have bat. Alright, so we're going to clock tower. hopefully find our bat form. That should be where it's at. Either Orlux has got it or inside the Coliseum. It's the last two locations that we can get to with relics right now for it to be in logic. Let's see. Should I take I don't have the teleport for Clock Tower yet, so I should keep checking all these. I know I haven't hit every candle. So I do want to watch so I can check those other items. I don't think I actually unlocked that yet, so that's unlocked. Oops. Alright, back this way. A lot of candles back this way, so odds are I might be able to find a stopwatch along the way to Clock Tower. Or the big clock, I should say. It's not technically Clock Tower area. Money. Heart. Stopwatch. Perfect. And we're at full hearts. Alright. So, we will leave candles alone. Don't want to, oops, accidentally get a different sub-weapon along the way. Not like money's totally needed. And funny thing is, even though we know the Twilight Cloak can be bought, it's still able to possibly be in the randomization for finding it from an enemy or an actual item spot too, because there's enough ways to get items in game for it to be in multiple locations actually. See right there, we just got holy water and found another holy water. Really randomizes all the candles. I had it where one hallway had like all the different sub weapons in it, or most of them I want to say. Which honestly it is good to check them all. Like you can find some of the random spots that have the higher dollar amounts, which the highest one you can get would be a black bag, which would be 2,000. So if you can find a good spot where that respawns at during the randomizer, you can farm that for money in order to get the more expensive items if there's something you really want. Because whatever gets randomized to the 30,000 or the duplicator price might be something that you really want. Or even if you just need like a couple thousand or something, find one of those locations where it's easy to farm money. You can do that to get a couple items really quick. Like that $400 spot's not too bad if I want to farm a couple of cheap items. But like I saw in mine, there wasn't a whole lot needed. The only thing I'd want to possibly buy right now would be the Twilight Cloak. So we're gonna do this. Oh, I didn't even need to use Mist Form. I could have just double jumped. So that's the only way to get into that one half of the clock room, unless you're using glitches. Alright. You know what? I don't need to do this. I have the gravity boots now. There we go. Oh! Totally messed that up. There we go. Which, by the way, when you're doing these randomizer runs, if you get gravity boots and do not have double jump, you cannot continuously use your gravity boots until you have double jump, because you do have to trigger your double jump before you can continuously do your gravity jump. That is something I found out randomly and did not know until I ran into that myself. Force Echo, so now the bat will have all of its powers as soon as I find it. I already found the Fire of the Bat was the item I bought from Librarian. And then got Echo the Bat and found Echo was like the first item I found was the Echo the Bat, actually. So I just need Soul the Bat now. Which will either be in Coliseum or up at Orlox, so... we'll go after, Coliseum first. Why not? That way, if that's where the bat is, we can just come out, hit the teleporter, go back down, and work our way to getting our silver ring. Neutron Bomb. We have all the bomb items, I think, now. It's Neutron Bomb, then you have the 2 pentagrams, and Power of Sire, I think, are the major bomb items that hit everything on the screen. Alright, now we can hit candles again, so I'm not worried about having the clock anymore. Technically, I could use it for second castle, but we don't know how long it's going to take for me to get the second castle, depending on how hard it wants to hide everything on me. Well, technically, I'm pretty much almost done. Oh, and looky there. Ring of Vlad. You know, just for fun, we're going to go after Werewolf and Minotaur. It's a funny glitch if you come from the opposite side. You don't actually see Richter. Vent still triggers, but you don't see him.
Crush this flea who invades my castle.
Very overpowered sword. But we saw it earlier. I'm overpowered anyway with my rings.
I'm certain that was a Belmont. So he says he's the lord of this castle.
Alright. So we technically just need bat form now. And then we'll be set to go and get everything pretty much. So I'll just use bat form to get Spike Breaker, then the Spike Breaker to get our silver ring, to get our holy glasses, go after Richter, and then we can go to second castle and murder everything. It's just habit getting this room because in PSP version and Sega Saturn version that's actually another relic spot, but in the randomizer that's a normal item spot. If anybody's wondering why I always check that. I'm used to playing some of the other versions. So we do have all 5 Dracula relics now. Yep. Alright, so we will go hit 2 relics at Orlox. One of them should be our bat form. And then we'll be good to go. Then we'll do our long haul to Dracula. So this is a pretty nice seed where we're not going to have to take out all bosses. I think I will end up taking out, let's see, probably 2 bosses along the way. 2 Dracula. Just the path in order to get to him. The path that I like to take. Plus it'll be extra experience to possibly level, make it a little bit easier. Not that he's going to be super hard anyway. Uh-oh. Please make it up. Up. Nope. I ran out of MP. Alright. To make this quicker, we're going to teleport, hit a save, get our MP back, come back. It'll be quicker than just standing there waiting for my MP to refill, and I should have just used gravity boots. Keep forgetting I had those. Alright. Don't even need the save, just Need the MP. Just the MP. Alright. No, we want goat. Yeah, if people are wondering how to tell where you're at without checking the map when you're using teleporter rooms, the difference you can tell not only by where the door's at, but by what animals above the archway here. If you pay attention, Scorpion's going to be outer wall, which is the upper right. Lion's going to be the top of the castle, up near the throne room, as you can see up there. And in the middle will be the goat. The beginning of the game will be your horse head. At the bottom will be the snake near the catacombs. Those are your main teleport areas. And then there's actually, if you play the Sega Saturn version, there is one extra teleport, which would be the bottom left, and that is the tiger. Those are the teleport different symbols. That way, if you want to try and memorize those and learn them, that way you don't always have to check your map. Makes it a lot easier. Oh boy, I got me up most of the way. I accidentally went a little bit of an angle and hit the edge there. I don't have all the wolf powers, do I yet? Power of the wolf, I still don't have skill of the wolf, so. Does that let me... Nope, I do not have the wolf charge ability yet. You do need skill of the wolf. I always forget which half gives you the wolf charge ability and which one powers it up. So it is skill of the wolf that you do need and actually perform wolf charge for the speed running. And power of the wolf makes it where you go extra fast and more strength. That way you can actually pretty much run through enemies and not get hurt and stuff like that. Not necessarily kill them all the time, but actually be able to make it through them all and go real quick pace. The duplicator. Okay. This seed has just become perfectly easy. I can use any of my one-time use items as much as I want if I clip that thing. Not that I wasn't already overpowered with this sword, but you know. Orlax Form 1 done. Form 2 done. Bleh. Yeah, we'll just go through it quick. So we're pretty much in go mode now. Just looking for that bat form. It's either here or in the other spot where Sword Familiar normally is. And there we go. Soul of the Bat. So we got all the items that we need. Just gotta hit the locations. Oh, now I can do bat. And there's Wing Smash. There we go. So that's in the spell listing now. I will go hit the other relic just to see what it is. Maybe we can get a familiar to make killing Dracula go a tiny bit quicker. What am I saying? It's not going to take a long time anyway. I get the Crystal Gem. I'm OP. I can kill everything and anything. I got the Duplicator. I can keep healing myself to full anyway too. But I'm already here, so we'll grab it. Gas Cloud. I am now a poisonous Gas Cloud. Still eats up all my MP though. So I'm only, what, level 25? Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of MP. Haven't found a mana prism yet either. So I can't really refill my MP going along. I don't think that was one of the items back at the Librarian. Could have been. Alright, so we'll go back to Catacombs. We will get our Silver Ring. Oh! Cross. one of the most powerful sub-weapons in the game. Also the most expensive sub-weapon in the game, taking 100 hearts to utilize. Because when you cast it, it does the item crash that Richter Belmont uses that hits like everything, and it's powerful and holy damage and awesome, but yeah, for all a card to use it takes 100 hearts, and yeah, it's a lot. I mean, it kind of makes sense that he wouldn't be able to just use the regular throwing cross weapon, I guess, but to make it where it costs 100 hearts to use it, I mean, it is powerful, but it takes a long time to build up to get to 100 hearts, and even like towards the end of the game, I think like max hearts you can get if you find all the heart max ups and like level yourself up like all the way. I think you can only get up to like close to 500 or just a little over 500 is the max or something like that. Because the heart refresh, which completely refills your hearts, gives you like 500. Yeah, that's funny. The bloody zombies are just dropping holy mail like it's nothing. It is pretty much like nothing for me anyway. I have the gold circlet. Holy damage heals me. So the Richter fight be pretty nice. I think the only thing that'll hurt me would probably be his whip at this point. Yep, Snake will be the bottom one. So that is where we want to be. So we can go get our silver ring to continue on. Well, technically we're getting spike breaker armor, then we'll get silver ring. Did I drop in here already? No, I didn't. Alrighty, the catacombs. Alright, and if you're doing a randomizer, you don't have to go after the boss of this area. It doesn't hold any relics behind where he's at. Okay, good. I wasn't sure if I'd actually be able to kill this enemy. The slimes, they're very finicky on what actually can damage them. Most of your blade weapons actually do not do damage to them. If they're elemental, I think that's the reason why it does. Oh boy. Forgot I changed my controls. I need to change that. Don't need wolf form anymore. Go back to special. That way I can actually use my echo. Here we go. Alright. Bingo. Now we can see. But, I forget what I was saying. Oh, yeah, if you're doing the randomizer version, yeah, you only have to come get the spike breaker armor. You don't have to go back and actually kill the boss. There's no actual relics back behind him. Unless you want the extra experience and or the life max up that drops from the boss. It's not necessary to do. One nifty thing, a lot of people don't realize there's an item right here in the bottom corner hidden, because there's a little bit of this brick here that kind of blocks normally, and even with the randomizer, sometimes the items that are there are extremely small, so that you don't always see them. So make sure you step in that little corner and grab whatever items there. Unless I find the axe, I'm going to keep the stopwatch. You know what, I'm going to keep the stopwatch. I already know I'm in go mode, so let's check that spot at Dracula. The opposite room. That, I want to show off a nifty little thing I figured out with the stopwatch and that. Alright. Did I get a library card? Meal tickets. I haven't gotten one library card. Alright, long way it is. Because I actually randomly found out a nifty little thing that I'll show off once we get to Dracula and open up the room to him. There's a nifty little thing you can do with the stopwatch when you open up the room. It might actually work when you open up with the gold and silver rings too. We'll take a look at that once we get there. But first we gotta make it back that way. Alright, so let's go ahead and throw on Spike Breaker. You don't necessarily have to put it on now, but makes it walk through here simple. You could fly through here if you want. But I just go ahead and put it on now, and then leave it on until I'm done with it. That way I just don't forget to put it on when I need it. It's pretty much by this point you should be, depending on what order you do it, if you grab the armor or go after the boss first, depending on if you're going after the boss, you should be set up to go and utilize the Spike Breaker armor right after anyway. Depending on what route you took. But generally, by the time I come down here, I'm already set up to go. So we're just going to go back up, hit the teleporter, go back to the beginning horse teleport, work our way up. Actually, we'll just go to Lion. That might actually be quicker and just run across. Oh, that's right. We got Force Echo. Our Echo does damage. I like Force Echo better than the Fire of the Bat. I mean, Fire of the Bat's kind of neat looking and everything, but it's so slow to cast. The only nifty thing about it is if you have the Bat familiar, every little bat with you will actually do a fireball as well. So if you level that up a lot and have bunches of bats, definitely nifty. Alright. That way it's more of a straight shot. Wish I had the last wolf power, then I could just rush through all this. So I'd make good time in this room with the wolf's charge through all this. Although it does eat up MP too, so... Go away. I hate how the flea man will still come attack you while you're in this hallway. Still semi-connected, I guess. Even though there's no way to jump from one half to the other, but still connected-ish? Oh, that's weird. Alright, almost there, folks. Nope, do not want cross. Give me back. I don't even think I have 100 hearts yet. No, I'm at 98. I can't even use the cross if I wanted to. And this is the room where you actually need the Spike Breaker armor. Technically, I think you can kind of somewhat get through here with just the mist form and the bat and the jewel open, but kills your MP.
So, did you find Richter?
I don't know if he's the one you're looking for, but I found a Belmont.
Really? So he is here.
But the one I saw was the enemy. He was the lord of this castle.
That can't be true. You're wrong. I must go now.
Poor Maria. Alright, so now we don't need the Spike Breaker armor. We can go back to our diamond plate. Sadly, we're going to put away our nifty rings of awesomeness and put on the silver and gold rings, because that is the next thing that we need to equip to go back to the clock to trigger our next part. You know, I should have went back and opened up the other route to the clock tower. Or did I? Nope, that's the end point. No, I did not open up Coliseum route or Orlok's route. I gotta go back north. I should have opened it. It could have saved me a little bit of time. Oh well. There we go. At least I had the teleporters. There was one time I forgot to activate one of the teleporters and felt so bad. Had to take the long route all the way to go to where I needed. It's always so bad. It was actually the one down in the catacombs one time. I forgot to activate that teleporter. And I left without activating it and needed to go back down there. And, such a long route. I think it was like at the top of the castle at the time. Yeah, I felt so bad. This one isn't too bad, though. Could have been a lot worse. Yep, such an overpowered sword. Went too far. There we go. Alright. So, go. Yep, that's what we want. Alright, so we will have this game be within the next hour. I can guarantee that. I'm not going to show off all bosses tonight. Just going to do a completion run. Alright, and walk forward, trigger, and we will open our secret area. Okay, the nifty thing I did in the inverted castle right after is I wanted to open up the other one. Oh, it automatically triggers. If you wait long enough, it goes back. In the inverted castle, it doesn't automatically reset the clock, though, I don't think. But when I used the stopwatch, it actually triggered and went back. I'll have to wait and see how it works over there once we get over there a little bit. But that was something I did in the other castle, like I said. But apparently it does it automatically there if you wait long enough. Or maybe just because it hit the 3-minute marker for the other side to open is maybe why that triggered. But normally that clock, I thought, stayed still until you went in and out.
That voice, Maria?
I'm sorry. You were right. He has joined forces with the enemy.
So it was a Belmont after all.
But someone must be controlling him. Whatever we do, we can't harm Richter.
But he must be stopped.
I know. Well, here. Take these with you.
What are these?
If you wear these, you can see beyond evil illusions.
Thank you. 'Tis best then if you pray for the soul of your friend.
Now we got the holy glasses. So now we don't need the silver ring and gold ring. Take those back off. Oh, we do need to wear holy glasses to see. Oh, so I won't be able to avoid all that damage from Richter. Well, I got holy armor, so I'm going to take half damage. At least from the holy attacks. Yeah, it kind of would have been really OP if I would have had the circlet on and just got healed by all his attacks. Which it'll be easy enough to take him out anyway. I have the crystal gem, so all I gotta do is jump and hit that orb and it'll be done. Alright, hopefully this is still open long enough for me to get through here. Yeah, if anybody doesn't know how that mechanism works for when that's open, it's every 3 minutes. It changes whether it's open or closed, I believe is what the time frame is. It actually goes by how much time goes by. So there's actually people were trying to level up the bloody sword, the Mirasama, using like the leaving the game on and having it like a button like set to keep triggering like a turbo controller, or tape down the button to keep attacking and go to an area where you're constantly hitting enemies that get blood all over you to level it up. That's how that sword works. And leave their game on, and eventually they could cap out the time on their game where it's fully done and it doesn't click anymore. Because as you see when you go to your menu, it shows you how much game time you have, which we're at 2 hours 9 minutes there. You can actually max it out. I think it's 999 hours or something like that, or whatever it is. There is a cap to it. Once it caps, that won't open anymore. So unless you have the teleporters to get on the other side already unlocked, you can lock yourself out. So make sure you unlock all those areas if you're going to try and do that on a file or whatnot. Make sure you have that unlocked on both sides of the castle. I wasn't paying attention. I was talking too much. We need to go to the lion head. Totally opposite direction and everything. That was horrible. Alright, should be next one. There we go. Alright. Let's go say hello to Richter. And free his mind. Which, yeah, if you ride the elevator up, you can actually light up all these lion statues. I like keeping it dark. So, I never ride the elevator. Which is funny, depending on when you get off, it only lights up the ones as high as it's past. So you can actually only light up like half of them if you wanted to. Thought that was nifty.
I've been waiting for you. Answer me. Why is a Belmont planning the resurrection of Count Dracula? Count Dracula rises but once every century, and my role is over. If I can resurrect him, then the battle will last for eternity. If those are your true feelings, then so be it.
Easy way to avoid this, just turn into mist real quick. If you want to have full enemy list, by the way, you do need to hit him once for him to show up in the listing. But make sure you don't kill him. If you're doing a randomizer, you could be too overpowered and kill him. Odds are you won't kill him in one hit, but be careful. Especially if you're using the weapon like the crystal gem, make sure he's not within range to get hit by that. Most of the time you'll do more hits to the orb and break it before you kill him, but I'd be careful on that. Don't want to kill Richter and trigger the bad ending. Bad ending is bad.
No. What have I done?
Thank you, Alucard, for saving Richter.
Alucard? The same Alucard who fought alongside my ancestor, Trevor Belmont? That was over 300 years ago. No time for small talk. Is the person who controlled you in that castle over there? Yes, I think so. Maria, take Richter and leave here. I'll finish this.
All right. Good luck.
No time for small talk. You just found out I'm a 300-year-old vampire. Well, over 300 years old. I mean, you shouldn't be very surprised. I mean, Dracula keeps coming back every 100 years, so why not? Meeting a vampire's been around forever. Heck, Dracula's been around forever and keeps coming back. I know I don't have to grab these items, but might as well see if we can get some more life max ups along the way. Another fire shield. Alright. I think we're done playing with items. Just go off. We're gonna take out the bat over here. Don't have to, but give us some experience level and a life max up, so it'll be helpful. It'll be a quick thing with the crystal gem. And I'm not actually going to take the route over there. I'm actually going to take the other route through the upper area, cut through Orlox's quarters, right into the clock. Plus we get an extra relic, the fairy card. We could turn her on, I guess. She will waste items, though. I am going to activate the teleporter real quick, in case people do request for me to come back and finish this seed and show off, like, any more of the relic locations, or what happens to be the randomizations for the drops and stuff. Which, when I was putting in the name for the file, it does say the number of the seed at the top, so if you happen to get the same seed, you can utilize this information, know where your items are going to be and stuff like that. So, or if anybody's interested, I can send them the seed name to them if they would like to try the same seed for how this setup is. But it's always fun to get totally randomized stuff so you don't know where anything's at. The whole point of a randomizer. But I've found some pretty easy, nice seeds where I started off with really OP equipment. Alright, so we're gonna... the Black Panther's giving me secret boots. Alright, next boss, Medusa. Bat card. Alright, we will use bat. Alright. Not the best one, but at least he can do something. Nice hit! For your first attack, you leveled me up. You're such a good bat. Such a good bat. Oh, and to show off the fireball, yep, every time you shoot it, if you have your bat familiar out, he will as well. And as you level him up, you do get more bats, but only while you are in bat form will the other bats show up. But you do need to level him up before that actually happens. Oh boy. Just keep flying, just keep flying. And cut this way. And we'll be in Orlox's quarters. Reverse side. Or inverted, I should say. It's on the long way. Let's see if we got anything decent. Nope. Peanuts. I love those enemies. Nope, keeping that. Got 200 health. Should I go for another level up? Yeah, why not? We'll take out another boss real quick. We're almost done anyway. We're pretty much take him out, run of the clock, fight Shaft and Dracula. Alright. While you die, let's go ahead and put that back on. What's our best armor right now? Diamond? Yeah, apparently so. Well, I'm not going to really have any problems with holy magic, so don't really need that. Yeah, that'll work. You know, you really don't need the item. I'll grab it since I'm here. The fairy squirrel. Ooh, yay, now I know what I get to kill. Alright. Alright. So make our way up, activate teleporter real quick, and then we will get this over with. And I will let the credits play out, and after that we will end the stream. And then I will return to streaming again on Tuesday, like I said. We will do Bloodstained Ritual by Night. That is when it is releasing. I have already pre-ordered it, so like I said, I will have it downloaded and installed by the time I'm ready to play it. I do have to work, so it'll be a little bit in the afternoon when I start it. I did pre-order on Steam, so not like I have to go out and wait in line to go grab it or anything. Alright, put diamond plate back on. Yeah, it's a little bit easier to get through that hallway if you put on Spike Breaker armor again. Could just fly through there, wing smash if you want to get through there quickly. Since I'm not as good doing wing smashes, I just run through there normal with Spike Breaker. Which I find it funny, the other two areas that have spikes, once you break them, they don't come back. But the room in both castles, those spikes come back. But in the other hallways that use Spike Breaker armor, they don't come back. Once they're broken for good. I wonder if that was actually intentional or not. That way you would have to put Spike Breaker armor like back on every time you go through there if you're coming through here training or trying to get items or whatnot. Dracula tunic. Alright, we definitely don't have to worry about being hurt very much. Wait a minute. My diamond plate has more armor than the Dracula tunic? For defense? I mean, Dracula tunic gives me a bunch of other buffs, but I didn't realize Diamond Plate had that much defense to it. I'm shocked. So I thought Dracula Tunic was like one of the higher defense items. I mean, I know it is pretty darn decent, but I didn't think the Diamond Plate was that high. So I usually never use Diamond Plate by the time I find it normally. I usually have one of the better ones. I forget where you get Diamond Plate or if it's a enemy drop normally or what, but yeah, Dracula Tunic, the Walk Armor, and Alucard Armor, and God's Grab are usually like my top go-to armors. And of course, Alucard Mail, that way you can utilize the luck bonus if you have all 3 Alucard items. But here we go. We are going to unlock our way to Shaft and Dracula. Then I want to wait a minute and see if the room actually resets. It does automatically reset if you wait. Aww. Okay, I have to wait till it finishes resetting before I can unlock the room, actually. Okay. Royal Cloak, Diamond, Potion, and Heart Max up. Oh, got good money when if I restart this to continue on further. Alright. I already got rid of Holy Glasses, right? Good. Yep. Yep, we are good to go. I'll hit the save room and let's grab the other item real quick. Could be a life max up over here. Nope. Chinese button. Alright. Oh, by the way, another nifty trick. Generally, before you come here, if you want to complete the seed later and stuff and get 100%, like everything, like including your enemy list and everything, make sure you have a library card when you come in here. And you'll want to defeat Shaft and then hit Dracula and then use the library cards to go back to the library and then save. That way you can get them in your enemy list. Otherwise, it won't save them in your enemy list for defeating them. It'll still clear your file, but you won't actually have them in your enemy lists until you do that nifty trick to have them in your enemy list. Which means you technically gotta kill them again.
Done well in making it this far. I would expect no less from the son of our master. So you are the one who was controlling Belmont? Yes. I am the dark priest called Shaft. This world must be cleansed in the forge of chaos. Why did you make Belmont lord of this castle? For centuries, vampire hunters have defeated evil with holy power. But if 2 vampire hunters were to fight each other... But Belmont's power is supreme among vampire hunters.
And your plan has already failed.
Exactly. That's why I removed him as a threat, by making him into lord of this castle. But your plan has failed. Has it indeed? We'll see what happens after I destroy your weak human side.
It's funny how that now becomes the new quote. Oh, you hit me once. How cute.
No! No! You claim to love the darkness. Go then and dwell there for all eternity. But my goal is achieved. Count Dracula has come to purify this corrupt world with the searing flames of chaos.
And bye-bye, Shaft. Now to continue on to the final boss.
Father.
Well met, my son. It's been a long time.
I was hoping we would not see each
Welcome
other.
to the stream.
I can't allow you to leave here, Father.
You have ever been the ally of humans. Have you
Think you I would forget such a thing? No, but neither do I seek revenge against them.
Still uttering the same nonsense. No matter. Now is the time to put aside your weak human side and join me in remaking this world.
Dracula, in the name
Thank
of
you,
my
thank you. Always appreciated.
defeat you again.
Ah, thank you for the bits. Yeah, about to be done with this game. This is the last boss, Dracula here. He'll be dead momentarily. I have one of the most powerful swords in the game right now, Crystal Gem, and it's just ripping him to shreds. And there he is.
Go back whence you came. Trouble the soul of my mother no more.
How? How is it that I've been so defeated?
You have been doomed ever since you lost the ability to love.
Sarcasm. Well, what profit is it to a man if he gains the world and loses his own soul? Matthew 16:26, I believe. Tell me, what were Lisa's last words?
She said, do not hate humans. If you cannot live with them, then at least do them no harm. For theirs is already a hard lot. She also said to tell you that she would love you for all of eternity.
Lisa, forgive me. Farewell, my son.
I must admit, I do like this old voice acting. When they redid the voice acting for the PSP version, I was not happy with it. A lot of the emotion and stuff was taken out, in my opinion. It didn't sound as good. I mean, yeah, some of the lines were a little bit cheesy in this, but they were good to me. I loved them. Like the whole beginning scene with Richter and Dracula, him just rushing in saying, "Die, monster." It's great. So good. But yeah, this is Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Wanted to play this before I got to do my next stream. Is going to be Bloodstained Ritual by Night, which has the assistant director of this game as the main creator for that game. So figured to do a game that he made before to kind of build hype for it.
So you made it.
Stream that after I get off work Tuesday.
I'm glad you're all right.
I'm sorry. 'Tis my fault you had to fight your own father.
Fear not. I had my own reasons for destroying him.
It must have been painful for you.
Indeed. But you must always remember that the only thing necessary for evil to triumph is for good men to do nothing.
I understand.
Alucard, what will you do now?
The blood that flows in my veins is cursed. 'Twould be best for this world if I were to disappear forever.
I see.
Farewell then. We'll not meet again.
Alucard?
Don't you want to go after him, Maria?
No, it's best this way. I can't ease his torment. Someday, perhaps, we will meet again. And on that day, maybe.
I see.
Let's go. Everyone's waiting for us.
Yes. Let's get out of here.
Okay, so that was the better ending. It's not the best ending. The way to get the best ending, you need to get, I think it's like above 180% or something like that. Or it might be like the 190s or whatnot. But, that's one of the better endings at least. And yes, I have seen the anime, and I think they said they were going to continue further on, I think. Probably with like another era or something like that. With the Castlevania storyline. I mean, they kind of did wrap up like that kind of little timeline. I thought it was good too, but I think they kind of made it short. They could have done a lot more to it, honestly. I mean, there's I mean, there wasn't really much story back for those old Castlevania games, but they could have showed off a lot more of like the main like monsters and like bosses and stuff like that. Yeah. But I think they could have done more. I mean, for how popular and hype it was getting, they could have, once they did the first season, they could have seen like how well it was doing and be like, oh hey, this is becoming really good and the hype is good. Oh, we should drag this out and milk it. They should have done that, but who knows? Maybe they go back or go on with one of the other storylines and expand it, because that's basically kind of somewhat Castlevania 1/3 storyline ish. So they could continue on and do like, you know, a whole lot of different storylines from the other games and stuff. So I'm just glad when they did this series they didn't go off of the Lords of Shadow storyline, 'cause that's a separate storyline than the regular timeline from most of the Castlevanias. I did not like where they went with Lords of Shadow. I mean, the gameplay was fun for Lords of Shadow, but the storyline, they changed way too much in my opinion of how characters came about and stuff and who they were. I did not like it. The only thing I really liked was the whip itself, the vampire killer, how it was done in there was made really cool, but other than that, there was way too much that I did not like about the Lords of Shadow games. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to Bloodstain coming out Tuesday. I got that on pre-order, and it's on. I got my copy on Steam Digital, so as soon as it gets released, I'll start downloading. Then I'll install it and have that ready when I get home from work. Awesome. Which I am off Wednesday and Thursday, so I might end up trying to stream until I beat it. Who knows? Depends on how easy it is and stuff. I know I can't 100% it that quick, but definitely will show off quite a bit of it. You have 3 pre-orders? What do you got pre-ordered right now? I haven't been keeping track of all the new games coming out, so I don't know even what's all out on pre-order right now. Doom, Shadowkeep? I don't know what Shadowkeep is. I know what Shadowbringer is. Shadowbringers is the Final Fantasy 14 DLC. Oh, that's for Destiny 2. Gotcha. Cool, cool. Yeah, I got Shadowbringers on pre-order myself. That's already done and ready, so I could go and jump into that. I think that starts like beginning of July, I want to say, is when we're able to do that, or might get early access since pre-order. I forget what that is, but yeah, Doom's been a neat series, but I'm not as good at first-person shooters, so I'm not really into that myself, or Destiny for that matter. But yep, that was Castlevania Symphony of the Night, my randomized version. I know you kind of came in at the end, but if you want to go back and check it out, feel free. I'll definitely upload this to YouTube later too, and I'm gonna be streaming Bloodstained and stuff like that, and then afterward I'll be doing some more randomized streams of Castlevania, and also I'm going to do the Sega Saturn version eventually, which has a lot of differences and stuff to it. Let's see, I just want to see how high the percentage I got on that just from roaming around. So I managed to get 90.6% for 2 hours, 22 minutes, and 56 seconds for that playtime. Not bad. And the highest percentage I've been able to, let's see, that I have saved on the emulator, my highest is 138. The highest you can get is like 200.6%, I think it is. I don't know, it might have been Yeah, 200.6 should be the highest percentage, but on the Sega Saturn version it goes to like 211.2% because of the extra map areas. But yeah, I've been beating different randomizers, so I have multiple files on here where I've been playing around. So, but yep, and anybody who watches this later on or whatnot, if you look at the top of the screen, that number there, that's the number of the seed. If you try the randomizer yourself and want this seed to try it out yourself, that is the number for it. If you put that in, you'll have the same randomizer, so the same item locations and stuff that I had. Or if you can't read it, that third number is a 6 there. I know the background kind of makes it harder to see. Or if you want, message me, I can send it to people. But thank everybody for watching, and like I said, I will be streaming again on Tuesday for Bloodstained Ritual by night, and then eventually we'll be doing some more randomized runs and Sega Saturn runs eventually. So hope you all enjoyed, and if you're not following already, please drop me a follow. All the support's always welcome. Any bits or subs are always welcome, and I do have a Discord as well. If anybody who would like to join that, just send me a message on Twitch and I can send you a link from my Discord to let people know when I'm streaming and everything. And as always, everybody have a great night and take care, and see you next time.